Oh, water's easy to drink, but the sushi is kind of hard to eat. I had huge stomach pains for the last 2 days, one day, and my stomach just was like, I had a half of an egg McMuffin yesterday, and so I'm trying to eat the sushi now. Um, it should go to feed the inline Palladians like Danny. Okay, so I'm intending, if I can't finish this food, I'm intending to feed Palladian Danny with this food. I didn't eat the ginger. Maureen is trying to arm wrestle this country, and this company into pedophilia. Okay, and it's making us all sick. I already mentioned that Maureen has Vasily in a chokehold. Yesterday I was in a chokehold with Maureen. They kind of like situate him like around me, so like if Vasily comes here from work and he gets here safely, like that's how much okay. I kind of situate him around me, so like if he gets here safely, like they're already here. So like there's like a fake woman who obviously knows his name is Vasily and can like I think they steal his phone so they can see where he is. They track him on his own phone because I think they steal his phone onto the Palladian ship, and that's another code for Danny to get him here safely. And so they're like remote viewing us and using our eyes and using Danny's tracker to see where Vasily is at all times, so he can't get here safely, and he has to use space codes or whatever. And then if he does get here, then they situate a fake Palladian woman that obviously knows his name is Vasily and has a tracker that I don't have, so she can run up to him first and play the same Val game with him, you know, make up some kind of story that that Vasily's her boyfriend, and then like corner me and be like, what are you doing talking to my boyfriend or whatever. Then they have pedophiles in the building, okay, that are making us physically sick, that literally want to ruin our lives. And if she fails, then it will fall to the pedophiles like right in front of us, and it will obviously give me trauma and PTSD. And if that fails, then there's physical threats after that. So all of that's happening right now, and I felt extremely sick for the last 2 days, and I just want to be in my husband's arms at peace. You know, it just gives me such relief to think about being in Vasily's arms with my fucking ring on my fucking finger and just chilling, you know, for once, and being a normal fiance for once. And there she is. And I was married, I guess we'll say married. I was married to Aaron Cohen once upon a time, and he was a famous musician from Jane's Addiction and maybe Porno for Pyros. And that I was married to a famous musician from whole roll here for Danny. So, I mean, it's kind of a lot of food. So, not finishing it because I just set the intention to give this to Danny, okay? And she has a Palladian chip she can pull food up on and eat. See, it's in a little heart because I love my Danny. Okay, so, right, and then, so anyway, yeah, I was married to Aaron Cohen, a famous musician, and then he left music to become a human rights advocate, which I thought was amazing, and he wrote books, so you can look up his books to read. I think he has a few books, and maybe there's not a few books on this timeline, maybe there's just one, but he did write a few books, and you can read them on the Palladian ships if you can't get them down here on Earth. And then he had a TV show. Okay, so he would rescue humans in Thailand. He would rescue women that were being sex trafficked in Thailand. And I would go with him and I would meet the women. And then he would also rescue women that were being sex trafficked in New York. So he kind of did it all over around the world, but like those are two main places. He did it in Mexico. He would rescue women in Mexico. And he sort of became like a father figure to these women, and they're gonna try to like muddle his name and say that he was like a pimp or whatever, but like I was with them and they were totally nice and normal, and like yeah, he would buy them lunch and stuff like that because he's like a father figure to them. And so he's a really brilliant human being. And yeah, so I was engaged. I had a big ring on my finger at one time, and we were Vietnamese attacked. Okay, we were Vietnamese attacked, and I'm still being Vietnamese attacked to this day. Okay, so what's a banh mi? You don't know what a fucking banh mi is, bitch. Okay, so you ain't Vietnamese. All right. Okay, you don't know what a lao lao is. You don't know what a lum pao is. Okay, you don't know these things, so you're not Vietnamese. Okay. You don't know what a baka is, so you're not Japanese. Okay? Okay, why are you trying to steal Spanish? I already know why you're trying to steal Spanish. Okay, so I'm getting this angry. So anyway, that's what happened. Then my stomach hurt really bad, so I was being Vietnamese attacked. Again, you're not Vietnamese because you don't know what a banh mi is. Okay? So, I did have a ring on my finger. I was a nice little fiance for a while, and then we were very, very attacked. All right, so that's why that wedding didn't pull through, because he's viciously attacked and so am I. And so the same thing's happening, and it's way worse with these space codes that we can't. I mean, I don't have my ring on my finger, and I don't have, Aaron lived with me. So like it got 10 times worse.